Okay, today I made the cover for my 2013 journal that I'm going to start. It is January 28th. I'm a little behind, but you know, better late than never. So I started with this this paper, and then I added my own stuff to it. I put some buttons, and I was trying to wipe the glue off, and I got brown on there, brown ink, but I think it still looks okay. This is some lettering that I found that in my stash, and then I put a red piece of paper with some texture to it, and then a black piece of paper behind it. Down here I put some smash tape, a strip of just a ruler looking thing, and then some just pattern paper going up to here. I cut down this flower, and I added a rub-on and my name, and then I added a dream sticker in 2013, and then in this box I put my life with another flower rub-on. And down here on the bench, if you can see it, it says go with all your heart, love rules without rules, and every path has its puddle. So that is my 2013 journal cover. Well, last night I made my cover page to my journal. It's kind of like a Project Life. I just found Project Life on the internet 2 days ago while I was at home, or while I was, I guess, I don't know, one night. And I thought, I've seen it before. It didn't appeal to me at the time. I was like, no, I've got too much other stuff going on. I've tried other journals, and I just go through spells of everything. But it just seemed overwhelming to do a page in a book. If it worked, fine. If I messed up, it was in the book. And I kind of was throwing around the idea of, well, what if you make the page and then add it to a 3-ring binder, or something like this where you put your your own rings, and I started this. I started the cover back around Christmas maybe, and this is all the further I got with it, because it just didn't. I don't know what happened with that. So that's sitting there, because I have projects going everywhere. So I saw Project Life, and I thought, hey, let me try this. I have some of these baseball card holders that I had for couponing. That's the basic same idea, except for I think her book's a 12 by 12, and she has like bigger places for pictures. Now, that's another thing. I don't print out pictures. I actually just tried to print one last night, and my photo printer is out of black ink. So I don't print out pictures. I put them on Facebook. I put them on my blog. I put them on my website if they're motocross. And I guess I would like, but there's so many other places that I can access them. I just have not printed pictures for years. I was never good at printing pictures anyways. I mean, I still have like 12 rolls from 2003 from Gatlinburg that I need to have developed. So as far as the picture part, I think I can count it out, unless just something happens, and So I thought, well, I would like to still journal, kind of. So I started with this. Well, actually, I started with this as January, and it came it came out as some I don't know what you call this, grunge. I don't like it, but I saved it because, you know, maybe I like the Y actually, so I might I don't know. So anyways, I went back and I made this clean and crisp January. Now, after looking at this, it's not grungied up, that's what I call it, but it's more vintage looking. This is not. And I'm wondering if this needs something, but you know what? I've got 12 more months to go, so we'll see. So then I started, and go over here. I did these last night. These were some, let me see if I can get that glare off there. These were some stickers that I had. And for Sarah going back to school, and she actually didn't start back to school that day, but that's the day she went, and then the Drake and Josie went back. So I made those little tags, and the thing is, if I made it and I messed up on the writing, well, I mean, of course the sticker, but if I could totally redo it, and it wasn't a whole page, and it wasn't stuck in a book, and I could just tweak it. If I find I don't like it, I can take it out. So I kind of like this, and I'm going to try it. It'll probably last till well, probably February 7th. I'm giving my days that I'll quit journaling. But I'm going to try, because there's some things that I would like to stick in a scrapbook, like tickets if we ever went. I still have Drake's ticket when I went to homecoming, when he was on homecoming court. I don't have anywhere to put it because I wasn't journaling at the time, but it would have been nice just to stick the tag down in there, and then maybe on this next one put homecoming da-da-da-da. So I'm going to try it, and if you want to follow along and see what I do, I'd be glad to have you. Okay, on this page, this page here should be the 6th through the 12th of January. And then I just wrote this little thing down here because this is where my tag from my wrist would have gone from the hospital. And I did try and save it on the counter, and then I ended up throwing it away because I wasn't journaling and I had nowhere to put it. And I thought, this is ridiculous. But I could have stuck my thing in here. On January 7th, I was going to work, and my car bounced off my finger, the door, and I heard it crack. I saw it bend, and I was sure it was broken, but it wasn't, surprisingly. And so I went to the hospital, and as of the 27th, it still hurts, and it does. It still hurts. I can't believe it's not broken. It might as well have been, because it does me no good. But anyways, so I put a little note in, and if I ever come up with like a picture of an x-ray or something, I can go back and like put an x-ray picture and redo this just simple, just pull it in, take it out, redo it. This was on a card, and I cut it down, and as you see, I cut off part of the lettering, but you still can read it, and I thought it was pretty. I wish it kind of faced the other way, but it doesn't. You can still get it. There's a terrible glare, and it's not the light. I guess it's the window. And so I thought that was pretty. So I put it on some purple paper and put it in there. And then this, I had peeled off my bottle of stress relief from Bath and Body Works. I have a lotion in my purse. I have a lotion and a spray next to my bed, and then I have this body wash and foam bath. And I like the bottle, So I pulled these labels off, and they were laying on the counter, and to put in a journal. And when I saw them, I thought, yeah, so I grabbed them, and then I put them on this green paper, and then I took a stamp and stamped love, and it didn't come out very good, so I had to kind of write over it with a marker. But then if I can remember what book it's in, but I could, in 2 years go back and say, oh God, I love that stuff. You know what, I really should spray these with that, see if it stays. That's another good idea. I had done this one, and then I didn't like it, so I redid it. I changed shifts from 4 to 12s to day shifts, so I made a little note, and then I had some extra paper, so I made a smiley face because I'm a totally different person on day shift. 4 to 12s kind of killed me, midnights really killed me, and I'm glad to be back among the living. This one says, on a day in the life of a dispatcher, I went and trained with 2 of our officers. I'll cover up their names. And at this church, which was a church, then it was a school annex where Drake went to kindergarten, and now it's a church again. And they had these, and I did take pictures on my phone, but they had these cool purple walls in their bathroom, in the women's bathroom, and these leather bar stools and the flowers. Oh, it smelled so good. And I'm like, the church was so pretty. I mean, it was just very classy, very, very nice. And so I just wrote that down, and yeah, just a note, just to know what I did. And I actually went back through, I thought, well, what did I do this, I haven't done anything those last few weeks. And I went back through my pictures on my phone, and I come up with all kinds of stuff. So it wasn't on my calendar, it was just on my my phone where I've snapped pictures. And then this little guy, I just took and put some snowflakes, and I put on January 21st, we had snow. Okay, so that's that page, and I will be back with another page. Thanks for watching. That's another good idea. I had done this one, and then I didn't like it, so I redid it. I changed shifts from 4 to 12s to day shifts, so I made a little note, and then I had some extra paper, so I made a smiley face because I'm a totally different person on day shift. 4 to 12s kind of killed me, midnights really killed me, and I'm glad to be back among the living. This one says, on a day in the life of a dispatcher, I went and trained with 2 of our officers. I'll cover up their names. And at this church, which was a church, then it was a school annex where Drake went to kindergarten, and now it's a church again. And they had these, and I did take pictures on my phone, but they had these cool purple walls in their bathroom, in the women's bathroom, and these leather bar stools and the flowers. Oh, it smelled so good. And I'm like, the church was so pretty. I mean, it was just very classy, very, very nice. And so I just wrote that down, and yeah, just a note, just to know what I did. And I actually went back through, I thought, well, what did I do this, I haven't done anything those last few weeks. And I went back through my pictures on my phone, and I come up with all kinds of stuff. So it wasn't on my calendar, it was just on my my phone where I've snapped pictures. And then this little guy, I just took and put some snowflakes, and I put on January 21st, we had snow. Okay, so that's that page, and I will be back with another page. Thanks for watching.